What are you doing,
All right,
kitty?
we're recording.
Hi, Stinky.
Does everyone have their dice, their character sheets?
Yes, and yes.
Yep.
All right. Last time, we are down Justin today because he did graduate, so he's at graduation celebration, so he is well and truly excused.
Congratulations, Justin. If when
Congrats,
you
Justin.
listen to this, woo.
Better listen to this. For the cause.
Oh, brain. Last time, hi kitty. You all, the next morning after your drunken escapades, went clothes shopping and a variety of other shopping, including picking up some mounts, including one elk who was not the brightest bulb, but he had heart. That's for damn certain.
Sure does.
Well, then went and visited Ember, picked up some poultices, which function as potions, before heading off to the King of Dragonflies, where you appeared in his domain at the Lake of Dreams, which is supposed to be about a week north of Brokenstone. There, you met the King of Dragonflies, Lycan's patron and father, and he gave you a bit of a lore dump, bit of an exposition dump, including Queen Mab is on your guys, breathing down your guys' neck. Most of his eyes were stolen and taken, and several other archfays have been cursed to prevent interference with Mab. Well, we did technically end with you guys leaving, but if we wanted to walk it back for Sedge's sake, we can, because I know Ike, you were not able to participate all that much in the conversation.
I fell asleep. I did not mean to.
Hey, we've all suffered from sleepy bitch disease at least once in our lives, okay? You're not alone.
That's valid. I think the only thing I would ask the King of Dragonflies about is, how did his eyes come about getting stolen? Like, was there some sort of thief that did it, hired by King Mab, or does he know?
That was a result of Queen Mab essentially ambushed him, and stole his. So he has 3 sets of eyes: the eyes of the past, eyes of the present, eyes of the future. Queen Mab stole the eyes of the past and the future and have scattered them elsewhere in the Feywild. One eye of the present is with Lycan as her warlock amulet, pact amulet, and one he has hidden to keep safe. So he is at the moment completely blind.
And then Marcus wanted to ask if the King of Dragonflies had any knowledge of where the crown of Neverwinter, like if a piece appeared into the Feywilds.
Yeah. For
Like
that,
if he remembers hearing news about it.
he can stop and think. He goes, well, I don't remember hearing news about it, but I can take a look. Again, I can look through the eye of the present. It'll be vague and a little uncertain because there's only one eye, but I can do my best.
That is all we ask. Thank you.
To which Hu will fly back onto the, because he had flown off like this little rock outcropping of this like lake, of this pool of water. He lands back on it, and he peers over it and reaches down and touches the surface of the water with a finger, where you can see the ripples extend from the finger and out to the sides. As he peers down, you can see the images appear on the surface of the water. They're shaky, they're cloudy, they're a little transparent. But he leans over it, and the whole time, the little fairy dragon on his shoulder is whispering in his ear. After a moment, sits back up, straightens, and he thinks, and he goes, well, the crown is in 3 parts, so the images I got were, of course, even more disjointed. One, I suspect, one you have, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's
And I
the one I saw.
pat my bag.
Ah, I thought so. The other is in a vault. I saw other artifacts, gold items around. It looked as if it was a vault of some kind. And another was around the neck of someone. I could not see who, I could not see where they were, just someone has the 3rd piece around their neck.
Does anyone in the group wear a necklace pouch thing?
No. Hello doesn't.
Not today.
And we don't
To my
secretly have
knowledge,
it with us.
Yeah, neither does Blossom, to my knowledge.
Hmm.
Let me look at my inventory real quick.
Just-
Just to see if Red's
just
fucking with
happen-
me.
You just like happen to fucking have it this entire fucking time.
Yeah, it's like the source of my wild magic.
Further proving the Tanya.
It's my
tinfoil.
casting focus. I do have a crystal that's an arcane focus. It's not an eye, I don't think though. I think it would look more eye-like than a crystal.
We don't really know what the sapphire bit of the crown looks like.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take out my crystal and look at it, make sure it's like not the secret sapphire of the crown of Neverwinter. You know, just for
He immediately laughs. He goes, I would have seen if it was around one of your necks, as I would have seen my my realm.
right, of course, yes. How silly of me. And I put it back. I'll stick it in my bag in case anyone tries to, like, you know, see through it with scrying or whatever.
All right. But is there anything else that I could do for all of you?
I don't think Marcus had any other questions. So I think we're good.
On to Astrazeline, then?
It's Mithrandane, then Astrazeline.
Right.
Hold on. Can I ask a really quick question as we're all about to leave?
Yeah.
Sedge goes up and he's like, "There's no. I'm sure there's plenty of thieves in the Feywild, but have you heard any rumors of any thieves, perhaps? Anything at all?"
Nothing of particular note, I believe. If you have a name, I could take a look.
Sedge looks at the king of dragonflies, then he turns around to everyone else. He looks back and he's like, "Perhaps another time."
Another time. I will be here, provided nothing happens to me.
Ominous.
Ominous as fuck.
You
Okay.
never know, it's the Feywild. All sorts of things can happen.
Ominous as fuck. Okay.
Hey guys, I'm kind of regretting. No, I'm not regretting. Never mind. No offense, sir. The Feywilds and Ylif and Blossom. This place is weird.
I know,
That
isn't
is
it wonderful?
how would I? Yeah, I was gonna say, how is that offensive?
I don't know, I'm like
It's just how it
insulting your
is.
home.
I mean, would you find it insulting if I called yours boring?
Actually, no, considering that it is like, if we went back, I feel like I'd be colorblind in the prime material. So, but you have to admit, the dragon bit was very exciting. We got dragons going for us, unfortunately.
Isla just points at the king of dragonflies.
I'm
The
talking
pseudo
about
dragon.
giant dragon. Like
Points at the king of dragonflies.
breathes fire
The-
and frost and shit.
The King of Dragonflies is laughing heartily at this. It's like, oh, this is delight. You all are quite wonderful, and you all are welcome back. Anytime that you really need a rest, I can't guarantee I can give out more of those, teleportation tokens. Those took quite a bit of power, considering I don't have much at the moment.
Fair enough.
Appreciate you using any of it to have brought us here faster.
Yeah.
I figured the sooner you knew what the situation was, the better. The more informed you could be. Knowledge is power, after all.
Yeah.
Now, you all should get on your way. Mithrandain is a long ways away, and the journey is not entirely kind.
Nothing we haven't encountered before.
You just said that here was weird. Hello.
I think you'll find the Feywild is nothing like you've encountered.
If shit jumps out of the woods and tries to eat us, that's normal across all places. I can deal with that.
I suppose you'll find out for yourself.
Sir, that's really ominous. Would you like to inform us?
I cannot tell you what you might encounter, as there are so many possibilities of what you might encounter. There are things that are normal here that are quite abnormal everywhere else. That's really all I can say.
Wait, shit, I do have a question.
What is
Sorry.
that?
You're fine.
I'm so sorry. I just remember. So there are these tiny birds with people faces, and they were following us around, specifically Blossom, for like a really long time when we first arrived to here, and then like kind of around when we met Ilif. What? They were like, you're interesting. We don't know why we want to follow you, but they kept following us, and it was weird. Why?
Oh, you must mean the Limerians.
Is that what they're
Beautiful
called?
Yes, beautiful songbirds. They are creatures of good.
Oh.
They have a fondness for anything fey. They have a fondness for fey and animal young, sometimes putting lives at risk against superior opponents just to protect such creatures. If they were following around your friend Blossom, well, then I suspect they saw something they liked in her.
Okay.
Who's your hair?
She does have very nice hair.
Well, thank you, Helu. That's very kind of you.
There must,
No problem.
you must
Immediately perks up at a compliment from like 10 yards away.
There must be something about her that they liked. Which I will say could only be a good sign if she gained the favor of Limerians.
All right. Just never saw birds with faces before. It's a little startling.
Welcome to the Feywild.
Thanks.
He laughs and sends you on your way. And you all can head out. Much like last time, there's like a bridge. There's a larger sort of central island sitting in the middle of the Lake of Dreams, and a bridge that connects this island to the other side. You all can cross on your mounts, heading north towards Mithrandain. This begins your week of travel. Is there anything anyone would like to do on day 1?
I will once again, like, kind of mosey over to Blossom and go, I can try taking a look at the letters again. See if my Feywild eyes have woken up a bit more.
Woken up a bit more.
I believe, like, not last session, but the session before, you had presented your letters, Isla had taken a look, but on a failed roll,
I
said.
failed horribly, and so I'm gonna every day I'm gonna try and stare at these letters and intelligence something out of them for you. I will stare at these letters until they give up their secrets.
Amazing.
Okay, you good?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just very close to my mic and my nose keeps tapping it every time I lean in.
But,
Does Blossom hand over the letters for Ilif to look at?
Oh, yeah.
What am I rolling, Jen?
let's see here. You can roll an investigation.
Can I assist?
Yeah, you can assist.
$12.
Oh, no.
I have a +1 to investigation. I have a +4 to perception. It's not gonna go super well. I'm doing my best. That's better than I think I rolled last time.
Yeah, I think you rolled like a natural one last time, essentially.
I rolled essentially like something below 5.
Yeah. You take a look at the letters, and nothing like sticks out. It is like, very nice looks like handmade paper, the kind that has like flower petals, and like the rough edges, and clearly someone like made this. But otherwise, you don't see anything of note this time.
So it was handmade by like clearly like not one of the like mass-produced parchment papers,
yeah,
quote unquote.
yeah.
One of those, like, it definitely like has like, does it have like bits of flower petals and stuff in it, or
Yeah.
like that type of handmade, or
Yeah, that kind. It definitely has bits of flower petals in it. It has a very nice like pinkish hue.
so
at least-
whoever
At
made and
least-
sent these letters to you barely cared about their either cared about you, cared about the craft of paper making.
I'm gonna cut.
Hired
I
someone.
should be specific. Specifically the letters from Blossom to the recipient. The letters from the recipient to Blossom are still like nice paper, but it doesn't have like flower petals and whatever in it.
Correction. Ignore what I just said. I was mixing up the sender and recipient. You cared a lot about whoever you were sending these to. The other person, not as much effort. It was a little bit of an imbalanced thing. Clearly cared.
Well,
I got nothing else.
Maybe it was a matter of not being able to compare financially. Maybe he couldn't
That's
afford
true.
the nice custom
That's true.
paper.
I mean, this one looks more like hand custom paper. So do you know how to make paper?
Maybe? I'm not entirely sure.
Okay, that's
We
fair.
could try once we get to Mithrandain.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we
I
could
mean, how
see if-
hard could it be? It's just paper and water?
It's a fiber that you have to like dunk, and it's a process. You have to like leave it out to dry, and it's a slightly tedious process. So if you're making it, it shows that you've like put in the thought, or buying someone that's made it. When we get to Mithrandain, there might be paper merchants there that can like look at the paper and see if it's like a widely made, quality made type paper.
That sounds like a very good idea and a worthy goal that we should
Yeah.
follow up on.
I'll try again tomorrow to see if my Feywild eyes wake up more.
All right.
Just assume that every beginning of a long rest, like at the end of the long rest when it's the next day, I will just be staring at these papers until they give up their secrets.
All right.
I would like to ask Ilif if he could train with me. Because I want to do the feet thing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. We'll stay there for like the next week or so. That this can be a thing that is ongoing for the next week.
Cool.
At the end of which I will allow you to switch your feet, because it won't take that much effort to switch it, because it's not learning a whole new proficiency.
Excellent.
But yeah. And so if you spend the next like week or so trading with Ilif every so often as you go, you stop a bit, you like run through some drills. Ilif gives you pointers.
And whenever we take a break.
Yeah. Like take a small water break essentially. You guys can like compare notes. You can, for the next week or so, work on training to switch out your feet.
Excellent. Thank you.
Of course.
Hello, unhelpfully. This word right here looks a little weird and kind of squiggly. That's a cursive word. That's in cursive.
I love who exclusively writes in cursive.
You just see a page of Ilif's notes and you're like, this is a foreign language.
This is totally a Fey language. No, it's common.
It's just cursive common.
See, that's really funny that that's been made canon because I, the player, cannot read cursive.
Neither can I. Can I?
Ugh.
For the life of me, I can also not read cursive, and I'm
Y'all
constantly like...
Y'all would hate my handwriting.
I hate my own handwriting. I'm mixing
It's
cursive
mixed.
with print.
Yeah, I'm cursive, print, and shorthand. I can
Do it
barely
for
read my own.
myself.
Lol.
I
It's
right,
that Marcus faded back into his hangover evening.
he is deep in thought about many things.
It
He's
is
composing one
sad time
swiftly.
central for our little warlock boy.
When isn't it Sad Boy Central? When isn't it Sad Boy Hours?
That's the real
You dare say those words.
Especially in this group.
Hey, I'm not sad.
Not yet.
I'm not sad.
Not yet.
It's not a matter of if, but when, guys.
In a D&D
It's not a matter of I live, but I
middling.
let. I win.
That's clever.
Oh, thunder. Sorry.
But you all continue traveling through the forests of the Feywild, which are these like dense old growth forests. The trees around you are massive, requiring like multiple people to even get your arms around. The dense old growth forests. There is a trail, there is a road, a path. It's not very wide. It's just wide enough for like a single, essentially like wagon, you'd imagine. But that's about it. Otherwise, the undergrowth is like threatening to spill over at every turn. There are birds of all kinds singing in the trees, some of which have like these beautiful lilting songs that you catch a snippet of as a bird flies past. And you can like hear like creatures moving through. There might be on occasion where you can like feel eyes watching you essentially, but if you look, it's less like a pixie that like giggles and dashes into the trees.
Those little guys are gonna give me a heart attack. I keep thinking something's gonna jump out and eat us, or at least try to.
Yeah, nothing's following us this time, right?
Yeah, I'd be.
Make a perception check.
Oh god.
Can I assist with my animal handling skill?
How is this assisting?
I'm looking for tracks of animals, looking for patterns, seeing if there might be any fresh tracks with animal handling.
Okay, that's a little more survival, but I'll allow a help action.
Oh, okay. First one was a 19. Let's go. Nat 20? 2. Okay.
Oh.
So that's a grand total of 21 for the perception.
Okay. Yeah, you look back, kind of taking a moment to scan the trees. There's nothing big falling you can pick up. You can see more like sprites and pixies in the forest, like watching you. Which as you look, you realize there's a few more than there were earlier.
Huh.
They kind of look like they're like sitting on branches far above you all, looking down, whispering to each other. You hear a giggle, and then like one or two like will dart off, but otherwise, they're just watching.
I turn to Blossom. I think they're following you.
Well, should I talk to them?
You don't have to talk to them, but they're following you. I think.
Why do you think they're following me?
The weird fucking bird things are following you.
Well, for all we know, they could be following Eilif.
Would
Or
they be following
Halou.
me?
Halou can do freaky Feywild shit.
No, I can't.
Not
Well,
on
when you
command.
enraged, haven't you summoned one of those flump things?
I still really don't know what that is, but I don't think that's a Feywild thing. I think it's just a being around all of you and your weird magic bullshit thing.
Listen, my magic isn't weird bullshit. I get it from my god.
Well, that's fairly
That's
obvious. yeah.
weird!
It's not as weird as what you and I have going on. When I could randomly throw a fireball in the middle of all of us.
Okay, but it was kind of funny.
It was extremely dangerous and irresponsible.
It's not like she had any conscious control over it.
I'm gonna walk over to the fairies and sprites.
Mm-hmm.
And in Sylvan, I'm gonna speak to them. Good afternoon. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Yeah, you approach, and some of them like kind of do the thing where they. I'm trying to think here. You know how like they're like a group of girls, and like if you approach them, they go shh. You know, kind of.
You mean high school?
Yeah. They do all that. They do that sort of shushing thing. A few of them take off, and you're left with like two or three that are on a branch, just looking at you, like respond back. A question for us.
Yes. We've been seeing you for a while as we travel through the woods. Do you happen to be keeping an eye on anyone in particular of our group? Or are you just here for fun?
Oh, we're always here for fun. All sorts of interesting folks that come through here.
So we're not unique?
Oh no, you're very unique. That's what makes you fun.
Back to my previous question. Are you following all of us or someone in particular?
I wouldn't say following. Just curious. You know, you have lovely hair.
She starts playing with her hair. Oh, thank you very much. I tend to take very good care of it.
I can tell. It's very, very pretty.
Oh, you know, the thing is, you've got to condition it without going all the way up into the roots, or else you have an oil buildup.
Right, of course.
Can I have your names?
Well, you can't have them.
Well, what would you like me to call you?
Names don't entirely matter, but they'll hand them off. One of the ones in the very front, one that was more primarily talking. He's like, "Well, I'm Alice. You can call me Alice."
Alice in Wonderland.
And you, may we have your name?
You may call me Blossom.
Lovely name. Very fitting.
Thank you. As is yours.
There's a giggle, as Alice like stands and like does a little curtsy. She is like a foot tall, with like these very beautiful like butterfly wings. But yeah, she's very tiny.
God, I so want to ask if they know a fairy named Karen, but it's like so meta. It's so meta, but I want to ask so bad.
God.
Well, we will continue on our way. It was a pleasure meeting you.
Wonderful
maybe-
meeting you as well. Do come back. Maybe we can have tea.
Oh, my friend Marcus would probably enjoy that.
And this is PC Richard.
My friend PC Richard would probably enjoy that.
the whole of like there are pixies in the trees you haven't seen. The whole like forest erupts in this like tittering laughter. And the ones you were talking to like wave goodbye as they dart off into the trees.
Goodbye. Bye-bye now. Goodbye. Goodbye.
And maybe you can do like look up notable pixies throughout history.
Like notable gay people with that.
Yeah, is Karen of the Savior of Ecos a famous name around these parts?
Single-handedly defeated
Yeah.
Kesare.
God.
She would certainly say so.
Karen
Has a
and her
blessing
little
of Bahamut.
Karen and a little posse of mortals.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah, I completely
they're her
own
band of
all of it.
entertainment as she
Yeah.
tours
I own
around.
all of their souls,
Privateer.
so technically it was my job to save the world.
But you all can
Anyway.
you all can continue through the forests. You are relatively certain in the knowledge that nothing is nothing dangerous is following you.
Still, we should keep watch.
Is there anything else as you all travel?
Sedge is chronicling this once again. He
Flip is just trying so hard to focus. Help, Steve. Boy, do they have not a great attention span sometimes. Not all the time, just this moment.
It doesn't help that the Feywild is known for being very distracting, even to its
Flip's
residents.
used to it, but at the same time, if you have ADHD and even if you're used to a chaotic environment, shit's gonna get your attention.
Yep. Yeah, pretty much.
So it doesn't help that they've been alone for a very long time.
And now you have this
Very loud group of people.
Cacophony.
We certainly are a cacophony.
Damn, maybe that should have been our group name.
Can be your group name in the Fey. No, that can be your group name in the Feywild.
The Cacophony of Phandalin.
What if we combine the
Cacophonies.
two? We're the cacophony of thunder.
Oh,
Or the
Piece
Banes
of Thunder cacophony of the Feywild.
Oscar, for his part, by the way, curled up in a bag, and is taking a hell of a nap.
that's fair.
We love a productive king.
One of you reaches into your bag, and you weren't expecting it, and you just feel fairy dragon scales.
Okay, who who is it? I gotta know.
Let's find out. It's you, hello.
Ah!
I rolled
What
for
the
it. And I rolled for you.
Would be hello.
Yeah, it's just like, Oscar, don't do that. You scared the shit out of me.
You woke me up from my nap.
You're in
dare
my
you?
bag. You didn't tell me, and I thought you were some sort of weird thing in my bag.
It's comfy in here.
How can it be comfy in there? I have like all my shit in there.
Perfect for making a little like nest, you know.
On my water skin?
Yeah.
You're using my water
Waterbed.
skin as a pillow?
What's a waterbed?
Why are you cuddling the piece of the Neverwinter crown?
Am I? Oh, it was just the first thing I grabbed. Anyways, good night. And he rolls. He like curls back in.
Oh, fuck. I'll just like whatever I was looking for, I'll just like it was probably like a snack. I'll just like place on top of him as a reminder so it doesn't startle me again and just like close my bag like, oh my, I cannot deal with this. Ugh.
The next time you open your bag, the snack is gone.
Hey, that was mine.
He just
Didn't
looks,
claim it.
He just looks up, munching on it, just like, Oh,
Maybe we should cook. Hey guys, I have an idea for dinner tonight.
he like,
What
he
is
like,
it, Hello?
he darts
I was
out
thinking
and
fairy
Just
dragon
hold.
soup.
I'll hold on to him. Like, clearly do not have siblings.
he like
I do.
leaps
I just
out.
met them after 13 years again. Who's been kidnapped by Queen Mab?
He just like curls into your neck, Eilif, and just like, don't let her cook me.
Don't
Do
eat
my
my
best.
snacks then.
It just sticks out his tongue at you.
I stick my tongue out back. goes on so long like a not a
You keep doing that, your faces are gonna get stuck like this.
No, that's not
That's
not
true. It happens. It happens.
what. Okay, for first insight.
Deception.
Assist since I'm helping.
yeah, you can take it with advantage because Eilif.
So,
Oh, here we go, baby. 18.
17. No. One more stupid thing, I believe.
You're pretty sure Eilif is bullshitting you, and then Sedge chimes in. You're like, well, shit, if Sedge is saying it.
I like start like mooshing my face.
Do
Like,
you know how Feywild magic works? Like,
well, obviously not, because I don't live here. Let's just
Your
like
face
start
is going to get stuck like that.
absolute pure terror on her face.
Olive is just snickering internally as the second eldest sibling. She's like,
You know,
yes,
Renan would appreciate
yes.
you.
I still have it.
All right, hold on. I need to write that down really quick because that's really funny.
Needless to say, your first day of travel is. You've had a moment, like you've gotten your clothes, you kind of settled in. Your first day of travel is more of a sightseeing day than really you were expecting. But hey, it's a nice day, it seems. It's nice summery weather in the Summerlands, unsurprisingly.
Who would have thought?
Yeah, right. And gradually, as the day comes to an end, you do sit down to find a place to rest. Kind of have to go a little ways into the trail to find a clearing, but you are able to find a little area. Anything y'all are doing as you sit down to rest?
I'd probably take like first watch.
Thing specific though. Like I don't have anything specific I want to do.
No, I already stated my specific thing, so I imagine we do that and then burp,
Yep.
burp.
Yeah, fair enough. You all go about your gradual, sitting down to rest and everything. Helu, you take first watch, so go ahead and roll a perception check.
Mhm. Ooh, a 7.
Whoa. You are a little distracted tonight.
Too worried about your face.
Yeah. Too worried about your face. You're like doing like massages to make sure it's not stuck. And you're like, can it actually get stuck like that? Can it actually?
Just like, I'm pretty sure Olive is full of shit. But Setch said it happens, so like it must be true. But like, deep pondering of the intricacies of conversating with these people.
It's a wild time in this group. Otherwise, though, watch seems to pass uneventfully. Not that you'd notice anything.
Too busy trying to privately make my face stick in a way. But also being like, wait, shit, no, I don't want my face to stick. Ah!
But maybe if I got stuck, like, nope, getting stuck is bad. But not if I, nope.
What if I do something like really scary and then like lean over Marcus? That would be really funny. And just have like my face frozen like that. That'd be funny. No, it wouldn't. Sedge would be mad. What if I did to Sedge? That would be super funny. No, no, I can't.
You continue this way until you realize it's about time for your watch to come to an end. Who is taking second watch?
Do it.
I will.
Thunder.
I did hear Jean first.
You take it together.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Yeah, alright. I need you both to either make perceptions or one person can take it with advantage.
I think we can just roll separately.
How good your perception?
I think it's like a +4.
Ooh, I'll give you that advantage. I'm only a +2.
I have a +4, so.
Then yeah, you can take it with advantage.
That is a dirty 20.
Nice.
Yeah.
You and Sedge sit down and take your watch in the forest. Even at rest, the forest is still alive around you. But you listen, you watch. You don't think you hear anything.
Fine.
It seems the area around the Lake of Dreams is safer. Okay. You and Sedge are taking watch, so if there's something you two want to talk about, you're welcome to.
Oh no, I'm remembering that we're both too awkward to talk.
Yeah, Isla's just there like...
Oh, nice weather we're having. Yeah.
Jen, I was literally about to say that.
That probably busts out like the parchment paper and the inkwell and everything again. She starts writing again.
Isla's just peering over the shoulder, like, trying to not so stealthily read it.
Sedge obviously catches you since you're not trying to be stealthy and is like, oh, sorry, this is an unedited version. It's not for, public eyes yet.
I'd love to read it, I think it would be cool.
No, there's...
Wolf is actively reading it.
There's too many shenanigans in there for it to be a proper saga.
No, it's a sensitive document, I suppose. It goes through all of the editing back in Candlekeep.
Okay.
Sorry, I mean, after all this is edited, I suppose anyone's more than welcome to read it. It's just there's some things in here about me that I'd rather not have anyone other than people who already know.
I write it down then.
It needs to be done. It's I don't think I explained this to actually anybody, even Marcus yet. But I set out of home specifically to collect, my apologies, lore, legends, epics, etc., and bring them back to the Temple of Erithus in Candlekeep. And when you accidentally become a legend or something to write about yourself, you have to end up writing an autobiography of sorts.
Okay.
And there's just some things, some things in here that I wouldn't be too offended if you are at all. It's just things that even Marcus, Blossom, and Hello don't even know about me yet.
Here's my question though. Won't it have to be included in the autobiography?
Not exactly. Not exactly. I'm not sure if I should tell you this or not. Elis,
Really good at keeping secrets, so
yes, you can keep a secret, correct?
my job currently is doing that, so yes.
You just have to swear not to tell anyone. Not even Hello or Marcus or Blossom, just absolutely none of them yet.
Wouldn't do it without your permission.
Okay. So let's see. I'm technically writing the biography of Sedge Thistlestrike, bringer of the Divine Light. Because technically speaking, Sedge Thistlestrike may or may not be my real name.
Elif is nodding like they're supposed to know what that means and implies.
Sedge isn't my given name.
Isn't.
Is not. No.
Okay, I heard is, and I was just like, okay, where is this going? It's like, so you're not Sedge. You're
Not
writing as if you are Sedge?
Yes.
Is there a Sedge before you that you like took the name of?
No, it's a little complicated, but I had a friend who was more like a sister to me, and we came up with these names, and when I set out, I decided to take the name that she had used for me, Sedge Thistlestrike. Please, my mother is the high priestess, and my father is the archbishop. I don't think their names would be Thistlestrike, let alone name their only child Sedge. No.
My naming knowledge is Feywild, which is not considered normal in Prime Material standards, so...
In the Prime Material world, Sedge Thistlestrike is an absolutely insane name.
It fits in perfectly right here, so... Didn't even blink, like I didn't realize it was...
past you.
Really dragging yourself over there.
Sorry, I keep laughing. I keep looking at the gift that Bones put in.
I'm shook. I'm shook at the club. Like, holy fuck.
Anyway, so no, Sedge Thistlestrike is not the name that anybody, especially anybody with such high positions as my mother and father, give to a child and have them keep that name. I can't speak for elves. Elves are they change their names once they reach of age, and that's an entirely different cultural thing. Um, but yes, so of I'm writing the biography of said Thistlestrike as if I happened to find him and he told me everything, or I followed him around and managed to uh,
So
get
you
all of
won't
his
be
legends.
getting the credit or glory for what you've done.
Absolutely not. We take on these aliases in case we do end up becoming something of local legends ourselves. So I was wholly prepared to maybe do this.
Okay, that I can't relate because I've like always been my name and never really had a whole had expectations put on me by other people than like my family, but not with like a name or something.
Uh, it's just to preserve not continuity, but just a fail safe, I suppose. I'll be honest, maybe I should question the practice a little bit more, but the
It's
fact is
kind of
that
like you're not able to get your own you're doing the work and you're becoming this really renowned person.
well, here's the thing. There's the unedited version that I send to the temple, and then we have private records, and it's edited and then put into the public records. So there are people who will know of what me and everyone else here have done, but I suppose the public will not. I I'll be honest, I've never actually questioned it too much. It's just the way that we've been
Isn't
doing
that
for as
severely
long as
restricting
I've been
some
here.
information though? Like, do you know what they're cutting out?
Well, I have access to the private records, so um, and
If they cut out really important context that messes with the actual like meaning or explanation of the words.
uh, I mean, you do have points. I'm not saying you do not. It's just I do get some of a say of what uh fuck. I'm looking at. Let me close out Discord. Um, let me not look at Discord. Uh, I just haven't seen fit to really question these things, but I'm completely fine with uh not being given all of the credit, but I give at least a good portion of the credit for at least getting this information in the first place of
That's
chronicling this, which is
fair.
something I'm completely fine with. Yes, but Sedge, Thistlestrike, not my given name, which is where the little nickname that I came up with, Dawn, came from. And perhaps we should just leave it at that.
I wasn't. Names are important. I wasn't going to ask what your given name was.
No,
Something
thank
that
you.
should be offered, like, secretly, not asked for.
Of course, you're more than welcome to call me Dawn. You're more than welcome to call me Sedge. Sedge is just as good as a name for me right now as anything else.
That's understandable. definitely out of place from me, but I recommend just always questioning, given nature of things. Something's the way it's been for years, and that's the only reason people can really like think off the cuff of why something should be the way it is. Probably want to question it more.
I suppose I have. You remind me a lot of. This conversation reminds me a lot of the last time I saw my best friend. But that's conversation for different time.
Yeah.
So, weather.
Weather. Yeah, the weather. Food of missing best friends, and Isla just turns around and like goes to continue their watch.
Yep. Your watch comes to an end. It seems to pass uneventfully. And you all can finish up your watch and wake up the next person, which I suppose would be Blossom.
Yeah, I'll take the last watch. I've already finished my my 4-hour what is it? Trance. Yeah.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Yep. 22.
Nice. You are awake and alert. This is again the Feywild sort of suffusing you with like this energy that you weren't expecting to have. You're awake and alert, and you're able to keep an eye out. You don't really seem to see much or hear much. It seems as if this night is uneventful in general. Is there anything you're doing on your watch?
I am starting a new letter to Nick Bottom.
All right.
Yeah. Kind of like something, not this exactly, but something along the lines of, My dearest Nicholas, I have entered the Feywild. Apparently I am from here. Yada yada yada. It's a strange but beautiful place. I know I haven't seen you in months. But what are the odds we will see each other ever again? Blah 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 blah. I miss you. I think. Life is weird. Blossom.
You write
Amazing.
This. You write this, and
Amazing.
as you finish it up, Oscar sits up.
Yeah. Yeah. I also add somewhere in the middle of the body, I add like a quick summary of what's been happening to me.
All right. Yeah. You can do so. And Oscar sits up, and he's like, writing a letter?
Yes, to someone who is very dear to me. I think.
Do you need it delivered?
Would you be able to deliver to another plane?
I'd have to. It might take a little bit longer because I'd have to go back to the King of Dragonflies and like get him to. Well, I suppose I could just go to the tree. Now that I know where that portal is.
If you wouldn't mind, Oscar, if you could find a man who goes by the name Nicholas Bottom, that's who this is for.
Nicholas Bottom. Real unfortunate last name.
I know. Yes.
I can. And he like gets up and he like does a little cat stretch and comes over.
He is a bit of an ass, but I don't know whether he is here, because some of his previous letters, and I go rifling through my letters, like, in some of my previous letters, he talks about the Feywild, so, like, he's been here before, so I don't know if he's here or on the material plane.
I will go back to the King of Dragonflies and ask him for help. And it'll take me probably a few days to get delivered, and I'll be right back. But, yeah. My whole job is that I deliver letters. I can deliver this.
Thank you very much, Oscar. I appreciate it.
You are welcome. You can snag a bit more of that snack that Helu had.
Can I try to sneak from Helu's bag some snacks?
Yeah, make a stealth check.
I mean, you gotta beat a 15, so.
But you're also
You're
asleep.
asleep, which means
Yeah.
you take a -5 penalty to your passive perception.
A 10.
Can I use Mage Hand to avoid waking up Helu with my steps?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, make us. I guess the stealth check with advantage with that.
All right.
I need to decide, like, what kind of snacks these were that were, like, are so now coveted.
Geek.
Natty 20
They're your snacks. That's what makes them coveted.
for a total
Jerky,
of
it's clearly the jerky you got from
23.
today.
23?
Mm.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
nat 20.
You like walk around the camp so you can like are on the level with Helu's bag. You sneak your mage hand. You watch as it like pushes open the bag, gently reaches in, slips out that snack, and floats it back over to you. Which Oscar takes it with a little smug grin. He's like, "Thank you very much." Takes your letter. And we'll see you in a few days.
I
It's
hope to see you
macadamia
soon.
nuts. Fancy macadamia nuts, I've
He'll be
decided.
back as soon as possible. And he has a little backflip and disappears. In the middle of, at the apex of the flip, just slips into nothingness.
I sit back down and keep a keen eye on the forest around us.
Your watch otherwise passes uneventfully, and Marcus can wake up to join you for last watch, and his will pass uneventfully too. However, I do need Helu to join me in one-on-one.
For fuck's sake.
Again?
Yeah!
Yeah! Bye, guys!
I promised Bones a spooky dream, so spooky dream Helu gets.
Excited. I'm gonna come strangle you.
So
I need the music for this one. All right. That's not the one I wanted. Is it spooky?
I can't hear, so.
It's quiet. You may have to bump up the volume. Let me switch to the other one that I use. Because I like the other one that I
Ooh.
use for spooky dreams.
That is indeed very spooky.
Is this relevantly sufficiently spooky? We'll stick with this one.
Yeah, it's sufficiently spooky.
So last time you had a dream, you dreamed you were flying over the Sword Coast, confident in yourself and in your power. You felt vermin crawling in your lair, to which you flew back, and you found the party waiting for you. You go to sleep this night and you fall into darkness. And you awaken, so you think, on the roof of Icespire Hold. Stretching your wings, feeling your claws. You've got new magic. It's flowing through you. It's going to take some time to learn. It's strange, like the form you've taken. But you were promised it would help. And really, it's such a joy watching your prey fall through all these new traps and tricks you know. Now you're unique. Now your siblings will learn to fear you too. Now you can kill those vermin. The person who gave you this power. Watch. Take off and fly down through the clouds and out to onto the Sword Coast and over the forest, where with a twist of magic summons an illusion in the trees of a patch of clover, and you watch as a deer wanders over. Wait. And you swoop down to grab it, but just as you grab it, the deer turns into Ronan. And you suddenly, it's a dizzying feeling as the whole scene swirls and changes around you. Now you're separate. Now you're watching the scene instead of participating in it, as you see Ronan seated at a long table on a balcony, overlooking a snowy landscape illuminated by a full moon. At the other end of the table are the twin knights you've seen in previous visions, grinning at him with a mouth full of sharp teeth. There is a banquet laying between them, and they keep pushing him to eat something. He keeps refusing. Visibly, he looks unharmed. He keeps glancing around as if expecting someone to appear or something to happen. He looks afraid.
Am I there? Like, am I sort of like watching?
You're watching.
I would try and get his attention. I would try and grab him.
Your
To-
hand
to
passes
run.
right through. He doesn't seem to hear you. He doesn't seem to see you.
Do the twins seem to notice me?
You think they don't. They seem focused on Unan. They seem focused on heckling him, jeering at him. Doesn't seem like they see you.
Start to like look around frantically, trying to get an idea of where we are.
You
Um,
see ice and stone and plush carpets and opulent curtains and a chandelier of the finest crystal? Or is that ice? And there's the balcony overlooking the snowy landscape.
Give me back my fucking brother. And out of frustration, and I know my hand would pass through it, but just trying to grab at something to throw it at these shark tooth freaks.
You turn to reach for something. There's like a vase or an art piece or candelabra. Try to grab it. Your hand passes right through. You shout, and you turn to these fae. When one of them turns to you, cocks its head, and grins even wider, and you wake up.
Oh no! And do I look any different?
No,
Okay.
I see you wanted to wait a little bit till
I know, just baby.
This is not the dream where you are given an option.
Oh boy. Okay.
Physical changes.
Yeah, like
physical
gotta
changes are gonna have to wait just a tad bit, you know.
gotta make sure I'm not, cryovane anymore because ugh,
Yeah.
that was weird. Yeah.
Anyways,
Yeah.
you can head back. I'm gonna switch the music over and then send the music box
Excellent.
back.
Excellent. Thank you so much.
I hope you like it.
I did.
Loud. Hold on. Turn it down.
A little traumatized by her dream.
Probably.
Sort of, kinda.
The morning comes, and you all awaken gradually, getting ready to start the day. Halu, you are, of course, the last to awaken. Blossom and Marcus had the last watch.
Hello, are you all right? You look like you didn't sleep very well.
I'm fine. I'm fine. Just I been dreaming about Radon.
Oh. If there's anything you want to talk about, or
No,
I mean,
it was just a stupid fucking dream.
We'll find him, Hello.
So I don't know why I'm having these stupid dreams, because they don't mean anything. They're just stupid and
Anxiety trauma dreams.
yes.
I don't know. I'm just assuming.
I don't know. I don't think I'm traumatized.
Your sibling got kidnapped.
I'm
You
very
were raised
anxious
as a
about.
gladiator.
I'm very anxious about that. I
Hello,
don't
I
think
just
I'm
want to let you
traumatized
know.
by it.
No, hello, we are all extremely sorry, Eli, fuck, I can, how do you say it again? Elif?
Ilif.
I'm sorry, I can't speak for you, but hello, you, me, Blossom, and Marcus. We
Why
are
I'm
all
also extremely traumatized.
Okay, we're all extremely traumatized. In different ways, but, I mean, we did fight like a giant fuck-off boar. That was traumatizing. And Ronan did get kidnapped. And we also fought a giant fuck-off dragon as well. We're all traumatized.
I was gonna say, like, from what that sounds like, that sounds traumatizing.
Yeah, I mean, I've fought lots of things.
That still losing someone you care about, even if it's like, honestly, it might be worse if they're kidnapped. At least if they die in front of you, like, you know they're dead. But if they just go missing, then you have no idea.
That's like the definition of trauma.
Yeah. Yeah, just because you fought a lot of things doesn't mean you're not traumatized. I've fought a lot of things and I'm traumatized. The things I fought and other things.
I'm not traumatized. Do I look traumatized?
Yes.
Yes.
So you don't really. So no one looks traumatized, other than like unless you have like very visible scars. But that's.
Hello, you've had dark circles for 3 days. You're not
It's
sleeping.
it's very Technicolor bright here. I'm not used to it yet. I open my eyes, it's just color. That's why. No other reason.
Hey, so I'm doubtful of this. Don't know you well enough.
No, be extremely doubtful. She's traumatized. We're all traumatized, but hello, you were also traumatized.
What are you? My mother? Don't actually answer that. I've never met her.
That's traumatizing.
That's traumatizing. That's traumatizing.
Okay, hold on. Ilif will move over and kind of like have Halu sit and just kind of kneel in front of Halu, and we'll
Just
just
like
go.
rolling my eyes, like, oh
Okay.
god, can we just
You
please
know what?
go, guys? It's fine.
What have you fought in your life?
I mean, a
I
dragon.
think today's a great day for us to spill our guts to each other. You know, a sort of team bonding.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Do you have anything to share, Sitch? We'll let Helu go first, but you look like you have something to share. Go on, Helu.
I guess since you want a list of all the fucking things I fought, you know, do you want them in alphabetical order, or like what age I
Well,
fought them? Because that's a very different. Those are
What
different
age did you
lists.
start fighting things?
About 4 or 5.
oh god.
More 5. I started training when I was around 3.
Oh my god.
Was this a choice you made yourself? Do you feel like you could safely say no to if you were offered a yes or no and choice of would you like to fight?
I mean, I was.
Let's just sitting there patiently waiting for those gears to turn.
I mean, I was 3.
So
So I didn't. really no.
You didn't really have a choice?
Can I? Because there is a backstory thing. Can I roll to see if I even remember that, Jen?
Yeah, roll a history check.
A 12?
I don't know. If that's like deeply buried backstory thing, then I don't think a 12's enough.
Sounds like you have repressed memories, otherwise known as trauma.
I mean, no, I guess I didn't have a choice.
You know what we call that?
Kidnapping.
Life?
No, Helu.
Oh,
No, you were kidnapped and taken from your family. That doesn't happen to regular people.
or what?
I was found in a dumpster. I didn't have a family until Renan and his parents.
That's your family, and you were taken from them. Or
If that's from what it. But okay, when you don't have a choice and you are forced to do something that, even if you might not have had the context to know if you wanted to do it or not, you're here now. Clearly, you didn't want to forever do it. And I'm not trying to like make you think something's traumatic. That's besides the point. But when you have control taken away from you, you are forced to do something by circumstance or people. It's something you, even if you don't know then that you did not want to do, it can be very traumatizing. Traumatizing is not you're constantly breaking down and sobbing. It's you see the world differently. It's you react to things differently than you might have before it happened, or that might be considered quote unquote normal. It's not a whole you're breaking down. It's just a something that was changing, and even it could be even considered small, something that changed your mental perspective of something can be considered traumatizing.
I mean, I fought beasts, and then he wanted me to fight and kill a person, and I'm like, I'm I'm not gonna do that. I'm a beast fighter. Why would I kill people? You don't just kill people. That's wrong. Does that count?
Yes, because you were forced to kill or to start thinking of killing or being told to kill something you didn't want to. What happened when you said no?
Um. Well, he got my one of my instructors sort of appeared. My martial instructor, Pavoy, and he I was dragged out of the pit. Instructor Pavoy finished the match. And I was sent to my room without dinner. And I mean, I was told the next day that they were gonna that Instructor Pavoy was gonna start taking me through mock, not like mock, but giving me people to desensitize myself on. And then I ran away. I grabbed. I grabbed. Yeah, it's really cheery. It's a little too cheery. I grabbed my stuff and just some other supplies, and I ran away. And I found like stuff around the city to use, and I like motioned to a full quiver and a longbow that I have. I found this in like an alley, and I scooped that up, and I kind of lived in Neverwinter Woods for like 2-3 weeks. And then I went to Phandalin. And then I met Sedge and Marcus.
Hello, that sounds incredibly traumatizing.
Ah,
But I'm fine though. Like I'm never going to go back to Neverwinter. So it's fine. I just need to find my brother, and then gotta go live in. I think he lives in Waterdeep.
I'm gonna go over to Hello and kind of just. You're sitting, right?
Yes.
Jesus, can I even, like, get to the top of your head?
Are you like 3 feet tall?
No, but, like, you're, like, 6'5" or some shit, aren't you?
Yeah, but that's like I'm sitting down, so there's at least like not 3-foot leg being used in this equation.
Why the fuck does this... Okay, there we go. Sorry, I have
Also,
to...
I'm 6'9". Get that right.
Holy shit.
I'm a tall ass 16-year-old kid.
Instead he's only 5'7". Anyway, Sedge is gonna go over, and he's going to put a hand on your arm, because that's the only place he can fucking reach, apparently. And
No.
I thought you were sitting. Okay, that's my bad.
I am sitting.
your shoulder? Sorry, I don't know how tall 6'9" people are, because I don't go around giants. Listen, I'm only like 4'11", shit.
Then we can have a conversation.
He's gonna go over and put a hand on your shoulder and says, "Hello, so many things have wronged you in this life, and you're still just so young. I'm sorry for everything that you went through. Even if you don't think it's bad, even if you think you're okay, I'm still sorry that everything that happened to you, and you didn't deserve any of it. But I'm glad that you met Marcus and I at the right place, at the right..."
I mean, to be perfectly honest, after we did that first job, I was gonna be like, "Hell, I got some money. I'm gonna go fuck off now." But you two got hurt very easily, and I'm like, well, I can't just leave these people. Because I smacked Marcus and he went unconscious. That was really... I turned to Ilith. That was really funny, by the way. I don't remember what we were doing, but I just went whack to the back of his head. He just went whoomp. It was great. Peak
It was
comedy.
hilarious. It was pretty funny. Despite that, I'm glad that you decided to stick with Eselu, even if I foolishly have been leading. Well, I haven't been leading anyone, but as the oldest, I feel like I have some sort of responsibility here.
I'm trying not to laugh at these goddamn memes. God damn it.
Just wait.
Oh no. I need to go back and read all of these.
I've been pulling out some bangers.
I'm running for my money
You really
here
have.
with the meme liege title.
Sage says, I know I have been. I know I'm not in charge, but as the oldest here, I still feel like I have some sort of responsibility. Because, Halu,
How old are you?
you're just 16. I'm 25.
26.
Ha! We don't we don't have to listen to you anymore. There's someone here older than you.
I'm not sure how old I am,
Listen
but
to me
I believe
anymore.
I'm at least 400 years old.
Where did you?
So,
Listen to me
no.
anymore.
You pulled that out of your ass.
well,
Insight.
to be fair, I do have
Insight
memories
check.
of the Crown of Neverwinter being created. So,
What?
oh yes,
yeah, we keep forgetting. Like a 10. I believe her.
So wait, what's important about the Crown of Neverwinter? You've brought it up multiple times.
It like tells you who the one true king of Neverwinter is through like fancy fey magic, I guess. I don't know. I'll like dig in, like I'll pull it out. It's like made of iron or something. Blossom doesn't like it, which is like fair.
it's
so
definitely made of iron. So,
Ew, keep that away from me.
yes. But apparently I have a memory of being there when it was handed over to the first king of Neverwinter. So I'm at
I
least
get a rough
400 years
history of
old.
Neverwinter.
Make a history check.
Oh no. Oh dear.
I'm worried. Didn't you get something else from that too? You got like part 2 of that? Because I remember. I remember
13.
you.
I was there when it was first created, and I was the last person to see it in one piece, I believe.
No, because you got the sapphire. The sapphire was handed back to you.
Yeah.
That's a separate memory. That was a separate memory.
Oh, I didn't know if I was. Okay, sorry.
I've told everyone my memories that I have.
Those memories came at like the same time theoretically, but they are separate memories chronologically. But what was that history check?
13.
13? You got a rough history of. It would have been a rough history of Neverwinter, which was. It's a sort of city-state on the Sword Coast, on the Prime Material. There was a king, but there was like a royal line, but there was a natural disaster, and it's thought that the royal line died in that natural disaster. That's all you can really remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's about fair.
Yes. Ilith. Sorry. We might know one of the descendants of the true Crown of Neverwinter. We also have to mention that.
Who?
The true king of Neverwinter.
The current person in charge bad enough to like replace?
Would I? Sedge would probably know the most. All I know is about.
Yeah, you both can make a history check if you would so desire. Said you can't take it with advantage.
Spicy. What's my
Oh,
history?
I don't know dick. I got like a 3.
The current
Which
event,
honestly
don't know her.
is par for the course. Honestly, the information that Sedge told me about you know who was a surprise. So I doubt Helu would know much more.
Fair enough.
I got it. 17 at 13 plus 4.
All right. The current ruler of Neverwinter is a man known as the Lord Protector, Never Ember. He claimed to be a descendant, a bastard essentially, of a previous king. Um, but because of the whole bastard status, he appointed himself Lord Protector instead of king in an effort to to curry favor with the people of Neverwinter. Generally, he's seen as like a pretty okay guy who's like genuinely interested in the expansion of Neverwinter. There are still, however, rumors that persist that he quietly pays off people to take care of those claiming to be true heirs of Neverwinter. There was a resistance group who is like the Sons of Alagondar, dedicated to finding the true king and putting him back, but even they kind of they couldn't find a whole lot to take issue with Never Ember. So it's a weird, like, yes, but also he's maybe shady.
The party.
Hmm. Yeah, I never, I didn't learn anything like that. Yeah, my other instructor, Safani, was like, current events? No, you don't need that. Why do you need to know knowledge of the outside world? When everything you
sounds
have
like
is
a teacher.
here.
Oh, I think we should exclusively go to Neverwinter so I can murder people.
Don't worry, if I didn't want to go to Neverwinter myself, I'd be murdering everybody that Hello wants to know. Almost everyone.
We'll say, by the way, that this conversation did start going onto the road as you all packed up and continued on.
Okay. That oddly makes me comforted? Happy?
It usually means you're traumatized if the thought of us wanting to kill the people that have hurt you like this gives you comfort.
Hold on.
Hello having some big thoughts recently these days.
So I did a thing where I was like, should I have Hello, like, be like, well, lol, do you want their full names? And, like, where I vaguely know they might live, because I know they're in the arena a lot. And I was like, and I rolled a d6, and I got a 6. So everyone's gonna know the instructor names and the dude.
You
Oh.
You spend a lot of today like telling the names and then going into stories of like, yeah, and then he did this shitty thing, and then
yeah, yeah. So my my martial instructor, Pavoy Nightmaker, Gathunka. Hold on, did I say? Man, I gave him a really stupid ass last name. You know what?
Very, very Thistle Strike of you.
Hey, fantasy name generator gave it to me, and in that moment, I'm like, that's a sick name, yo. Yeah, he would make me hold weights in various positions for hours if I messed up, you know, a kata or a drill. And then my other instructor, Safani, Umwerin, yeah, if I messed up like any books or poetry in Elvish, I would have to restart from the beginning, no matter where I was. And then, Lord Redeer Stoneman was the one who has the gladiatory arena.
Ilif is just pulling out a journal, writing like the names
down. Said just like you're getting this, right? You're getting this?
Yeah, I got this.
Okay, good.
Can
Hit list.
Yeah. We're as soon as we're done, your guys are done and need to go back to the Prime Material, Feywild stuff's done. We're gonna go murder some people.
I guess I'll put it in game notes for everyone.
Yeah, sure, and you can do that on
Hell
your own
yeah.
terms. It doesn't have to be a right now sort of thing.
It's a
Those-
very easy copy and paste.
Yeah, that's fair.
I feel like everyone's like trauma dumped or shared their trauma. Blossom can't because Blossom can't remember anything.
Which
I-
that is a trauma in and of itself.
Yeah, that is. I feel like my trauma is like woefully woefully like less compared to your guys's.
Don't say that. No matter what the trauma is, it's all terrible.
Oh,
No
I
matter
know.
what
I'm
it
just saying in terms of like things affected and personal life changing.
If anything, I think Blossom and I probably got the best out of this. Blossom, you can't really remember much, which is a
Just means
trauma.
that
of
when
its
the
own.
trauma comes back, it's gonna sucker punch her.
Yes, it's going to be completely honest, when you get your memories back, it's going to be absolutely devastating for you. Which hopefully we're
Gods, I
here
hope
to
not.
help you.
If it's
We're
anything compared to what any of you have suffered, I would rather be like this for the rest of my life. I'm fine living in ignorance if I have a trauma compared to any of you.
oh my
Even if
my
you-
trauma isn't
Even if you
that
happen
bad.
to be secretly Queen Titania.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want that responsibility. Fuck off.
You gotta taste the
Responsibility?
freedom.
No.
It's
There we
The
go.
popper where you're both the princess and the popper.
Yeah, right.
It's in game notes.
It is.
Missed whatever was said.
Gathakutha.
If Blossom is Queen Titania, it is both princess and pauper.
It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
We love an underdog
Will forever
story.
be, what would it be like to be free? Free.
God, I live here
Oh.
just like listening to like this trauma, and it's just like, wow, that's a lot. You're 10 years younger than me. Fuck.
Oh yeah, you're like 26. What's it like to be that old? That's like ancient.
Wow.
Hello. There's no need to be rude.
Wow.
That
What?
is
That old?
that is rude. Apologize.
This is like a fourth of my life. Well, fifth, because I won't live as like long as my dad, but I'm gonna live longer than mom probably. So
What? I don't expect to get that old. That's like
Once
we're living
again,
a long
part
life,
of
so
the
help me
trauma.
all the gods.
thanks. I'm really not sure what I'd do with it.
Be happy.
See the world.
Sounds fake.
Enjoy life.
Sounds fake.
I was just like, I mean, I understand. Like, you
Adventure
have
is
to
out there.
kind of have a plan or something. Otherwise, you're gonna fall into a deep depression and kind of mooch off of your parents, and make the siblings around you a little bit miserable.
That sounds like you're talking from experience. But I don't know you well enough to.
I mean, you trauma dumped to me when
Yes.
I've known you for holds up a fake wrist to look at a non-existent watch. 2 weeks. Week. A week.
That's fair.
Feel free.
I wouldn't even know where to begin. I'm still processing the fact that I have trauma.
Lip raises an
Which is
invisible
an-
glass and continues walking a little, like, urges their elk to go a little faster.
It is a strange concept to come to terms with.
You haven't come to terms with it yet. You're just realizing you have it.
There's more?
There is always, well, I wouldn't say there's always more trauma, but there's always more things that you realize that isn't just right about things that happen in life. I'm sorry, I can't particularly speak from experience for this, but there's always something else. That much I know.
That sounds wretched, to be perfectly honest.
It's just kind of wretched, but you look for the joys in it.
What a wonderful conversation you all are having on this day of travel.
We're being
Listen,
real
Sedge is just glad that everyone forgot about like the trauma sharing.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
just-
Ylif was
just
trying to prompt the
focus.
trauma sharing, and everyone looked at Ylif and went, "We're not going to ask about that." So Ylif's like, "Cool, I'm not going to ask anyone else."
Even though you just asked Halu.
Hey, to be fair, Halu prompted it.
Yeah? This was not how she expected her day to start. Just
You
quietly like,
Wake up from
and
a
every
bad
now and again you
dream.
see like a face of like widened eyes and like, oh.
Ylif will
Oh.
like move back towards Sedge, and it's just like, so we got out of trauma dumping. The two of us that have trauma to dump.
What are you saying?
Nothing.
What is it? I can I do a sleight of hand to like lean my hand over for a high five?
Yeah, you can do it. You can do a sleight of hand.
I also have to do a sleight of hand.
Yes, you both have to make sleight of hands.
Amazing.
Oh, nat 20, baby!
Dirty 20.
Hell yeah. Sedge holds out his hand. You almost miss it. Before you catch it, you do like a stealthy high five.
Sedge, don't think I forgot about you. We're just taking a break because that was very heavy emotionally.
Come on, Blossom.
Why don't we like, it's hours later, it's like, why don't we stop, take a lunch break, and then get back to the trauma?
Yes, why don't we all just sit around the fire and roast our fish and talk about our trauma?
We can roast our trauma, the people that gave us trauma, for the open fire.
Yes, let's just write their names down and throw them into the fire. That would be very enlightening.
Childhood nipping.
Oh,
at
I'm
your
gonna have to
heart.
decide what my instructors look like so I can give you guys a general description, so that when
So
you
we
see
kill
them,
them on
it is on site.
That doesn't need a description. He just needs a name. He can get Marcus on it for him. Marcus knows a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy.
Oh yeah, he would know a guy who knows a guy who knows a guy. Actually, Marcus, who knows a guy who knows a guy, might know my instructors. Which is probably
go.
a problem.
You know?
Oh no!
Oh god!
Oh no! I said it as a joke!
Not that voice!
Oh no! What have I
Yeah.
done?
That's the DM voice of opportunity.
Justin, I'm so sorry!
Justin, ignore whatever DM you're about to receive. It's not true.
Hey, I love
Justin, if you're listening to this in the future, don't say no. I'm kidding.
Say
Don't
no.
say. I'm kidding. Don't. It'll be so spicy. I'm so excited.
Oh, it's gonna be funny as hell.
Halu's gonna lose her goddamn mind.
They get back to Netherwinter. Halu sees
Oh.
her teachers. Marcus goes, "Oh, hey, Bob, what's up?"
Halu in the background.
Seething.
No, Halu in the background wearing the hat of disguise. Just, oh,
Wearing the
shit.
dread helm.
Wearing the dread helm. No, Marcus has to wear the dread helm because Denny's has it.
That's true.
Sedge is like semi-okay to walk around in public, but like not by much.
Listen, Sedge would just be like, no, if someone comes up to Sedge and be like, hey, aren't you like Sedge Thistlestrike? He'll be like, never heard of him. That's not my name.
Oh, I have a disguise kit that I've never used.
The hilarity of Sedge just going, never heard of Sedge Thistlestrike. Sorry. That's not me.
It'd be
You must be mistaken.
I get that all the time. It's really unfortunate.
What a fun and interesting conversation you all having. You all have this conversation as you travel. This is a kind of a heavier day, but in the in-between moments, Helu and Eilith can continue trading little bits, comparing notes, practicing swings, so on and so forth. As we come towards the end of the day, this conversation, I imagine, lasts like pretty much the whole day.
Which is nice because no one talks to Isla or Sedge. We get away with it.
Helu stuff is a
Nope.
lot that, like, you guys have to dedicate, like, a day to a person. Each day to one person.
Means the next day is someone. Oh no.
Gotta roll a d4 to find out who. No, I imagine Helu's just like, okay, wait a second. Sedge, can I borrow a piece of paper? Thanks.
Of course.
And just starts writing out, like, going backwards from dragon, and then, like, writing down sustained injuries or, like, feelings that were felt. And I feel like that will trigger memories, and I'm...
Yeah. You can start working on that.
Oh boy.
But you all sit down to rest. You set up your camp. Is there anything anyone's doing before turning in?
So, Sedge, I noticed earlier that you were awfully quiet. Is there anything you want to share with the group?
What do you mean?
Well, Helu just shared her personal story, and I don't know if anyone else has heard much of yours other than what you and Marcus have done together.
Sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Like, is there anything you've been keeping from us, or something that might help your situation if you got it out in the open? This is a safe space.
Is it really?
None of us are going to steal your name if it is your name.
Blossom, were you
Like
eavesdropping on any conversations I may have had?
Should I make a check from last night to see if I was? So that I'm not meta.
Yeah, go ahead and make a perception with disadvantage. Because you were technically trancing at the time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 16.
16? I believe Sedge would have been, like, intentionally lowering his voice. I don't know. If you want to, Sedge, you can make a stealth check, like a retroactive stealth check.
Yeah, sure.
And you can take it with advantage.
Myself? Ooh, thank you for the advantage. Because that person was a nat 1. Grand total of 13, I believe, because I have a negative to myself.
You would have caught snippets, like right at the tail end of your trance as you were coming out of it. You would have caught snippets. Something, not my real name.
I might have.
Sedge is a dumb name.
I might have heard something right before I woke up that led me to this conclusion.
Okay. Since you already know, basically, anyway, I might as well say. I guess Hello, you're listening, correct?
Huh? What?
You're listening. This is a little important.
Oh, yeah. What? Yes. Hello.
Sedge Thistlestrike is not my real name.
What? No, hold on. Yeah, no. Hold on. No, okay, she's fine. I rolled a wisdom saving throw. I had to. What do you mean it's not your real name? What?
It's not my parents. Do you really, Blossom? Let me present you with this little scenario. The Archbishop and the High Priestess of the Temple of Erithus, goddess of knowledge and civilization, have a child. Do you really think that they would name their only child Sedge Thistlestrike?
Well, if it was a family name,
No.
who am I to judge?
It's Sedge Thistlestrike is an absolutely crazy name for anyone to give to a child. Literally. It's not my given name. It's Sedge Thistlestrike. When I had my sister, my best friend, who was like a sister to me, so we're not getting any more unbeknownst revelations. When we used to play in the streets of Candlekeep, you know, running from guards, falling off buildings, and breaking our arms, or my arm, we would be Sedge Thistlestrike, bringer of the divine light, and hers was a different name. And her name, well, her given name was Elnis Mur.
What was her cool name?
She gave me the name Sedge Thistlestrike. The name that she and I used when we played was Reyes Dominion, which in my opinion is way cooler. I'm still not over her giving me such a lame name.
Sucks to be you, I guess.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Damn!
Reyes Dominion, Thief of 1,000 Rumors, or some such thing. It was 10 years ago. Years ago. Other than that, I have no trauma. Other than someone murdering Father Augustus and then pinning the murder on me, and I still have no idea who it is. And I'm still kind of seething with it.
I think that's trauma.
That's absolutely trauma.
Oh, you're being sarcastic. Okay.
Yes.
I love that Hello is now learning how to differentiate trauma from quote-unquote normal life events.
I mean, she still mentally refers to people as outside people sometimes.
Oh,
So-
no.
So, you know.
Oh, baby, no, Hello.
God, I want to tell you guys something so bad. You know what? I'm going to tell you guys anyways. Because I've already told Jean, and Jen already
Maybe
knows.
before I had joined.
Yeah, I told Jean before he had joined. Halu had never seen like an actual outside tree until she escaped when she was 15.
God. That's so sad.
And
So-
there's more. It gets worse, you guys.
So being in the Neverwinter Woods was like a fantasy world.
You also have to remember that the first time Halu literally mentioned, wait, there's not a Tarrasque in Neverwinter Wood? She was terrified. She thought she was gonna get eaten by a Tarrasque. She didn't know what a Tarrasque was, but she thought it was gonna eat her.
Oh, baby. Hello,
Pain.
can you draw a Tarrasque for me in the dirt? Or rather, here's a piece of paper. Draw what you think a Tarrasque looks like.
Hold on, I would need to roll. I need to roll.
You all are having this discussion when you hear a deep and hearty laugh coming
fuck.
from above and around you.
Someone's here to steal our names.
There is
hello?
Who's there?
a creaking of wood, and you hear a voice. It's been a long time since I've had travelers rest beneath my boughs. Look up, and there is almost hidden in the bark of the tree, which is this massive old tree that you sat under, is a face. Forgive me for
Hello?
interrupting.
Does anyone else see this? Everyone else sees this, right? I didn't eat something weird, right?
Oh, no, I also see it. Don't worry.
It's
Okay.
definitely weird.
Hi.
Forgive me for interrupting.
It's fine. Totally fine.
It's hard not to overhear when people rest. People are at your feet.
Sure. Perfectly reasonable.
We didn't mean to intrude.
We can go.
No, please stay.
I roll something to read the vibes of this man.
Are we going to get eaten?
Yeah.
Is this like an
roll-
Is this an
Anyone-
evil Mother Willow?
Anyone who wants to, minus Halu, can make either an Arcana or Nature check.
Arcana or nature. Ooh.
Can I make a history?
Yeah, you can make it.
I'm gonna make an Arcana check.
It's an evil Mother Willow, guys.
Cool. I'll make that
17.
Also 17.
11.
11. For Blossom and Ylif, this is a tree ant. You have found yourself resting underneath the branches of a tree ant. But specifically, you two also notice that it is a very large, very old tree. And if you look up at its leaves, it is reds, orange, yellows, also a few violets and blues, as if it's like the color of the sunset in its leaves. Which is weird because this is summery weather and that's fall colors. You appear to be under a very, very old tree ant.
Good evening, friend.
Good evening. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt the flow of conversation.
It's no issue. We were just settling down to rest for the evening.
Please, sorry, my cat is being very distracted. What? He seems to have sort of trailed off at this point. You can see, like, his eyes closed, like he's kind of, like, drifting off.
He's an old sleepy man. His
He's an old
bedtime is
sleepy
7 p.m.
Hello? Yeah. Sleep at this point. If you guys aren't saying anything else, he seems to have drifted off.
This is weird, right? Hello, you're looking at this, right?
I'm absolutely looking at this. I didn't eat any like weird fey mushrooms, right? I live, and I like start gently tugging like a sleeve or like part of his tunic. Did the
Yeah,
did,
yeah.
this is this normal fey stuff? Did, what
Is it?
why is a tree talking?
Trees
What?
talking are treants are like normal residents of the Feywild.
Yeah, like Ilif's is like, yeah, that's normal. There's a really nice one in like a big park in AstraZeneca. Oh,
Okay. Okay.
his name's Jill.
What's his name?
Jill.
Jill.
Short for Jill Von Bow.
Jill Von Bow.
You hear a Jill Von Bow. How is he doing
Yeah.
these days?
I mean, I haven't been there since Worldfall happened, like 6 months ago. But from what I remember, last time I was there, doing pretty good.
Well, we always did love sunsets and black. I'm sorry, if you'll all indulge me, I find myself approaching the end of my days. So I was curious about your all's conversation.
It's very traumatizing.
Yes, we've been meaning to have this conversation for a while, unfortunately.
We have better stories, though. We killed a dragon. It was terrifying.
If I may, I have been around for many centuries. I might have some advice.
Sure. Advice is good. We appreciate it. Yeah, got the words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've lived quite an interesting life, haven't you?
Is he talking to all of us?
Yeah, really, whoever will answer.
Yeah, I guess so.
He seems to be waiting for.
We aren't known as the Banes of Thunder for nothing.
Interesting is definitely an understatement at this point.
We fought a thunderboar named Gorthok.
Really?
He was an asshole.
He seems like he would be. Boars are. They're rough folk.
So, what advice did you want to give?
Well,
Or is it like a story for some advice?
what kind of advice would you like?
Uh, to make it sad or not sad, which shall it be? Odd number sad, even number. Oh, it's sad. How do you how do you have a good life?
That is a question many people have found themselves asking. The truth is, there is no one answer. Live a good life. Find what you enjoy and don't let go. Sometimes it's the people around you. Sometimes it's things you enjoy doing. But you should always strive to ensure no others are hurt at the expense of your happiness.
Hmm.
Have not lived a good life so far.
That's what I'm learning today. Been
No, you've lived a good life, Halu. You just have been dealt some pretty shitty hands.
being a child gladiator doesn't seem very good.
You
It's-
haven't lived a good life, but you have the chance to.
Hmm.
Exactly. And it seems you have a good group of people willing to help you find that path.
Yeah, I guess I got pretty lucky in that regard.
So needy.
Shy being
Is that
a
the tree to
baby.
Helu?
No, that's
Yes.
that is my cat who is demanding pets.
I will be back really quick. I gotta take my stupid meds that make me not insane. Literally.
Good.
I got a drawing for y'all. It's great, and I love it so much.
Cat. Thank you very much. Am I not petty enough?
That's what Hello thinks a Tarrasque looks like.
Is it pooping fire?
Yeah.
You know, they're having this conversation the whole time. Helu's in the background drawing this, and then
Like-
shows it off, and it's just like,
She's just like, Blossom, is this a Tarrasque? Is this accurate?
I think you've given it too many appendages.
It sounds terrifying. Why wouldn't it have like a bunch of appendages?
But have a
Well,
bunch
for
of
one, I'm fairly
appendages.
certain it's bipedal.
That's awful.
What is?
A Tarrasque.
A Tarrasque.
They're
I don't-
bipedal from what I've heard.
Oh, that's awful. Like, I thought one lived in Neverwinter Woods, so like that was honestly terrifying. But apparently one doesn't, so I'm very glad about that.
They're tall and big. You would know if
Okay.
one was nearby.
Oh,
I am.
do you like Halu's masterpiece of what she thinks a Tarrasque
It's
looks
very
like?
good.
I'll look in a second. I can't open stuff on my computer at the moment. I'm playing
That's
Dragon
fine.
Age 2.
It's a very good drawing. Sedge looks at it and is like, this is actually pretty accurate. But like Isla said, you would know if a Tarrasque was in Neverwinter Woods of all things. In fact, we'd all know. I don't think any of us would survive that.
There's fear.
you're trying to make a dress to be
No, please. I
Map
don't
just
think
turns
my
into a fucking Tarrasque.
yeah, I don't think my little barbarian is going to survive a fucking Tarrasque.
It wouldn't be at this level, it'd be like at high levels. No?
I don't think. Okay.
Avatar form is just Tarrasque.
Path of the Tarrasque.
It's just
But
the legs.
But Queen Mab knows specifically that pooping fire would scare Lou.
That's the information she's getting from Renan. What would scare Halu?
In a funny turn of events, I won't say anything else actually.
Oh no! Oh no! That's so terrifying. I hate that. All right, I said my piece to Grandpa Willow. Don't know his name. If he wants, though, I'll start like telling him stories,
Yeah,
just like of our adventures.
yeah, but you can do, and anyone else can like ask him for advice and stuff.
Sedge will ask for some advice.
Yeah, alright.
Let's see. How do I word this? Sedge looks up at the tree, and he says, How do you apologize for things that you didn't know you were doing wrong? There's people I've wronged, people who have lost, and they don't know that I'm sorry.
That is an apology. Is an art form in many ways, but the most important thing is to be sincere. You can't apologize with the intent of unforgiving you, but you have to acknowledge the damage that was done to them and be sincere in the apology. Whether or not they forgive you is up to them.
I see. Thank you.
We're a real downer for this old dude's life, huh?
Y'all not getting any more trauma out of Sedge tonight.
I'll just tell stories of like my siblings and the goofy shit that I did, like light bullying I did to them growing up. It's the Cain instinct dictates.
My brother body slammed me on the couch the other day. That was the Cain instinct.
I can say that like I like legitimately never did any of that stuff with my sister, but it'd be very funny that Isla, 100% has.
Yeah, you guys can spend the rest of the night sort of tree end.
What's his name? What's Grandpa's name?
He kind of brushes you off and he asks what he is. Names at this stage in my life aren't terribly important. You can think of my name as the falling of leaves in fall. Names can be whatever you want them to be. They just have to be yours.
You hear that, Sedge?
What?
I absolutely hear it.
Am I here? What is not am I? I'm not Sedge.
Listen.
The old man said names can be whatever they want, whatever you want them to be. They just have to be yours.
Yeah.
Listen, Blossom, at this point, I've been going by Sedge Thistle Strike for almost... fuck, I freaking can't do math. What's 18 plus whatever to get 15? Like 7 years, right?
18 plus whatever to get 15?
25. 25. Fuck.
What was that math?
I can't do math. Guys, come on.
No,
3 years.
I want you to redo that calculation for me. How
It's
does
like 7,
18
right? 18 plus 5 is like, 7 is like 25, right?
18
Yes.
There we go.
18 plus whatever to get 15?
I meant to say 25.
You mean -3?
I meant to say 25. Come on. Don't roast me for this. Oh no, I can't do math. Anyway, Sedge, he says, at this point, Sedge Thistlestrike is just about as much as my name as my actual one. So, names very much are what you make them to be. I wouldn't give up Sedge Thistlestrike just about as much as I would give up my birth name.
You know you can change your true name, right?
I'm aware. It's just both names are special to me.
And both can be true.
Are there any names that are off the table for claiming as your true name?
I
Oh.
mean, there are ones that would be considered in poor taste, but...
What if I said
Like
my
Dick and
true name
Balls
was
would be
Queen
one in poor
Britannia? No kidding.
Well, hold on, both of you spoke at once.
Said I think Dick and Balls would be in poor taste, and then I think 8 said like would Titania be in poor taste.
He laughs loudly and says,
Hold on.
it just looks at you, Ilef, and goes, I mean, whatever. If that is a name you believe you truly see for yourself, then no one can stop you. As for Queen Titania, that might cause some confusion at the moment. And, well, that is not stopping others from getting angry or frustrated at your choice of name.
Might be best not to do it.
Be funny, but it's not something I should do.
I don't think we
Isla's
want to.
not chaotic enough for that. Isla's not chaotic enough for that.
It'd be funny, but the ramifications for that far outweigh the
The hilarity.
bit. Yes. The bit is not worth it.
Bit's always worth it.
That is not true.
Do it for the bit.
To be out of character because Isla would not.
I actually have been thinking about changing Halu's name, you guys.
Moss.
No. That'd get a little confusing because I also go by that.
Yeah.
Was the joke.
Oh. But perhaps at a later time.
Perhaps.
All shall be revealed in time. Yeah, I would just tell him stories of like how it was first me, Sedge, and Marcus, and how he fought a bunch of boars on Butterskull Ranch, and then like this weird gem thing and a dwarven excavation thing, and yeah, all the shit. I would regale him.
And he listens with his full attention. And like for a moment, you know, it doesn't feel like you're talking to a tree. It feels like you're talking to an old man. But you all gradually, I imagine, drift off to sleep as you tell these stories. And if you're the only one telling them, I think you're probably the last one to fall asleep.
I thought I said I was also telling
Oh.
some.
Oh yeah,
we
you did.
switch.
Yeah.
We flip
Of
flop
like,
between
bullying my
stories.
family.
Yeah. you switch off telling stories when one gets tired, the other one takes over. And you two are the last to fall asleep. And
And I'm taking watches.
to that, he says, don't worry yourself. No harm will come to you while you're with me.
Hell yeah. I love Grandpa
I'm gonna
Tree.
insight check that.
Yeah, make an insight check. It's just a friendly old tree.
19.
Okay,
He's
that
not
makes
gonna-
me
He's not gonna eat
incredibly
us.
suspicious.
On a 19, he is an old dying treant who is very grateful for the stories, and in return is granting safety under his branches for this final night of his.
Oh,
This
he's
is
dying like
Yeah.
right now.
Yes.
Oh,
And
God.
then realizing
shit!
that, watches everyone else kind of like fall asleep, and then continues to kind of like stay up, telling stories of their siblings, of their friend.
I didn't know he was dying. I would have told him the story of Father Augustus. Jesus Christ.
I thought I said he was dying. I think he had said himself that he was dying.
No.
We didn't understand the context of like this is his last night on Earth. Like
I did not pick that up. I'm so sorry.
he's about to ascend
For
to
the rest-
tree and heaven or whatever.
As you all talk to him over the course of the night, like his leaves, which are all these fall colors, do gradually start to fall off and drift away in the wind. But he doesn't ever give any indication of anything. He's just listening very intently, very, very seemingly content.
We're watching an old man die.
Ylif will just stay up and tell stories of their friend and family. We'll, like, after everyone's asleep, like, we'll ask the tree for the name to, like, say, so that way they can tell, Gil Von Bow, like in Astrazealine.
He gives you his name, but it's a weird sort of. He speaks it, but it invokes the image of leaves falling.
Can translate that.
Yeah, it's like a Sylvan name.
Yeah. I speak Sylvan, so it's like I understand like the approximation.
Yeah, that is not a problem.
Sad. The tree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is sad.
You all drift off. You all drift off for the night. And he realizes, like the two of you staying up realize, oh, this is what he meant. But he doesn't ever complain, doesn't ever say anything else. And you two can eventually drift off to bed.
Yeah, I'd probably be just in the middle of telling a story. And I close my eye and I'm just out. Just fucking conk.
And Ylif, you stay up a little bit longer to get the name.
And I once everyone's asleep, I have like the one question. It's like, how do, like, the advice of like, how do you help someone who doesn't want any?
He thinks and he says, be patient. Wait until they're ready to speak. Until they decide they need the help. Forcing it will do no good.
That was going to be the answer, and Ylif just conks out.
Yep. You conk out. And the night passes without event. and you wake the next morning to find the tree responsive and barren of all leaves.
I'd like to. Are all his leaves like still colored, or
Yeah, they still have color. They're just not on his tree anymore.
I'd like to take a few, like one of each color.
And it's a vibrant array of colors, as if he had a sunset in his leaves. You can collect a very, very nice spread of leaves.
And I'd like to tie them to my halberd.
And you do so.
What is the like funeral for like a treant?
There isn't really a lot. Just kind of, I guess, just letting the tree be, and because I believe, or I guess the way I'm gonna put it is that the tree itself continues to grow, just without the tree and spirit in it.
Like with my knife, like very at, like the base of the tree where like the ground will like cover sooner than later. Write the name of the tree and like that I was told.
Yeah.
That way, though the like spirit of like the tree is gone, like it's still there.
You can do so. And you all see carved into the base of the tree a name Sylvan that invokes the feel or the sound of falling leaves.
I'm also going to take a leaf and kind of stick it, press it into my manuscripts.
Yeah, you can do so. Anything for Blossom's sake? You are muted, Kate.
In the morning when he's passed, I'd like to break off like a little twig that has 2 or 3 leaves on the end, and tie it to the top of my bow that I have never used.
Yeah.
It's the thought that counts.
Mm-hmm. But just wanting to preserve 2 or 3 of the sunset colored leaves.
You all take a piece of the tree end as you prepare to move on. What are y'all doing on this day 3 of travel?
Round 2 of trauma dumping, Sedge edition.
Mm-hmm.
Or is Isla finally gonna get
Wham bam.
Cunt
penis.
The Rock'em combo.
I know. I think Helu would be like pretty quiet for most of the day, just sort of thinking, lots of thinking.
Mm-hmm.
But still sort of like keeping a distracted eye out.
Lilith is perceiving the world to try to make sure nothing jumps out at them.
Sedge is also contemplative, just thinking about the advice the treant gave him. Trying to keep a watch out, but kind of doing it half-heartedly. He trusts Porsche to keep an eye out.
Portia's like, got it, boss.
Is there any sign of Oscar yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
Which, yeah, the rest of you all, I think, at this point notice, Oscar hasn't been around.
Where did the little snack thief go? Also, who took my fucking fancy macadamia nuts? I was saving those.
Well, Oscar is out delivering a letter for me.
That's nice of him, I guess.
I don't know what could have happened to your fancy nuts.
Insight check.
I'm gonna need a deception from Blossom.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
22?
nice. Huh?
22.
7. I believe you.
Yeah.
I bet that little.
I have no idea.
I bet that little turd took it. Macadamia stealing little dragon. I'm gonna turn him into soup.
Oh.
He took my nuts.
Neutered you?
No.
Isn't that...
No,
You're not...
they're-
Oh, shit.
Are there not like fey macadamia nuts
There
here?
are. I'm just sometimes a little stupid.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us.
Oscar neutered hello.
God damn it.
Welcome.
to Tired Jean.
Woo!
Wahoo!
Da, 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 da,
Love how it's
da, da.
I think today is the day of just everyone going, no talking.
Yeah. Then, you know, I give y'all fun roleplay.
I live internally, thank God I don't have to talk about my shit. Thank God I don't have to talk about my shit.
I very much half
Isla, you've
expect.
been very quiet for the past day. What do you have to share? No.
Yep.
I mean, you can do it, do it. Fucking
Do it.
dare you, do it.
Isla, would you care to share?
I mean, mine's nothing really compared to the rest of y'all. It'll be a little boring.
Well, Helen thought her past was normal, so let's see what you've got to share.
That's
Sorry, I'm snarky tonight. I don't
No.
mean to be.
No, it's good. It's good. It's
no,
good.
no, no. The thing is, you have a point, and I hate that you have a point.
Is my point accurate?
Don't know.
Cat, what are you
Think
doing?
so. Maybe. I mean, it's legitimately. I don't have a lot to talk about other than kind of like points at the scar on their face and like their other colored eye. It's like other than like when this happened, but it was like 2 years ago.
What happened?
Oh, I got trapped between the planes for 6 months, and I remember none of it.
What? What? That can happen?
If you're at a like specific, like I mean, I don't know if it happens other ways. The way it happened to me, yeah. Just knew something bad would happen. I have no idea where I ended up. Just that I was on a minute. To me, no time passed. I just popped out with the ability to and makes the echo do that. While they do that, their eye like is and like the scar on their face like kind of does glow faintly and stops glowing once the echo's gone.
That's concerning.
I don't remember any of it. Like
That
had to
makes
deal
it
with
even
the-
worse.
like I got fucked up from it, and I mean like it wasn't a fun time because I was fighting underground, almost dying. Like
What were you fighting?
invaders of Astrazaline. Hence why the process to get into it's really tight. Like 6 months out of the year, in the Feywild is under constant siege.
What the fuck?
So that's trauma. That's trauma.
Normal though for everyone in the city. Oh, not great,
So
but it is
Everyone is traumatized.
That-
the general
that-
populace doesn't like deal with the attacks as much, but it is a constant like worry.
That's traumatizing to be constantly worried.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That's kind of fucked up.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, I had to like gain. Dating is, you know, traumatizing in and of itself. I'm kind of like numb to it at this point. I've been doing it since I was 18, so 8 years.
That
Past two have been my holds up their left hand and shakes it like my funky thing.
okay.
For me,
That's-
it's like no
that's
time passed. For my family, I was gone for 6 months, so it's honestly worse for them.
But you lost 6 months of time.
Objectively, yeah. To me, I didn't feel it pass. I just blinked
But
and
that's still scary.
I mean, yeah, but I just missed the like pleasant off time from the siege and the prime material.
Right, because Astrazeline fucking poofs out of existence.
Yeah, I was
Forgot
actually
that
like
it does
in the middle of running to try to make it back before Worldfall. And you can't really tell where like the boundary's a little nebulous, like what part gets like needed.
That's
So you know, I didn't really know where I was. And I got pushed to try to like make it safely. Didn't. Then I just blinked. And I came out thinking I was still fighting, and it was 6 months later. So
That feels like a safety hazard, not knowing where.
I mean, it's
city
it's
poofs.
like planar transportation of a large area. It's like a nebulous. And the thing is, if our enemies knew exactly where it was, then that could be problems. So
They couldn't brief the defenders of the city, though?
a lot going on constantly, and there's a lot of changing positions. So the border itself, I don't know exactly how it works. It's not my department.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, Blossom. That's why I asked if you had like appeared somewhere near where a Worldfall city might be, because like that, I blinking of experience, but I just forgot the time I was apparently somewhere else. And who knows how many other people have maybe gotten transported and then just didn't come back.
Do we really have to go to Astrazeline, guys?
I mean, the Worldfall would have already happened, so unless you're there in 6 months, you're fine. Even then, like, it was outside the boundaries of the city, so as long as you're in the city, you're fine.
So is, like... And I gesture to the left side of your body. Is that, like, good? Are you dying on us or something? Like Grandpa?
I mean, as far as I know, it's been 2 years and I haven't died yet from it. And all the, like, clerics and mages and healer people said, like, I don't really know what's going on. But it's, like, not poisoning me or anything. It's helpful. Essentially gonna another
But-
person fighting next to me.
But but do you like it and want it?
Look at this, it's growth.
I'm throwing your words back at you. I am emulating you, okay?
I think, honestly, I'm the best one of the group to emulate from what I've seen. I am the most likely not to get arrested. Actually, no, that's a lie.
No, that's
Edge.
accurate. Sedge has already been arrested.
Oh, yeah.
I have.
So I
I
don't
I've been
can't
think
arrested
listen to it.
since then. I mean, I've been arrested too.
Well, then no one here is good. I haven't been arrested,
And we're keeping it that way.
We were isolated in a.
but I wasn't arrested in the normal societal police confines of arrested for stuff. So,
Once
I win.
again, most crimes, as long as you don't get caught for them, aren't actually crimes.
They're still crimes! You just
That-
aren't
They're
caught!
not. No one
That's
knows.
not true.
They're
If you
still.
don't get, if you
You
don't get
kill
caught, it's-
someone and don't get caught,
Oh,
it's still a
that-
crime.
Well,
no,
it's
no,
a good
no.
thing
We're,
I
ta-
don't kill
That.
people.
we're not
it's a good
talking
thing-
about killing and murdering. We're talking about things like arson and things like that.
It's still a crime!
Arson is not a crime.
Yes, it is!
Eh.
Sometimes it's necessary, but it is in fact a crime!
I mean,
I
me and
think we
Marcus
can
broke
make
into DM. What was her name's house? Heh,
What,
Hey.
sorry?
what was the lady whose house we broke into?
Oh, Holly
and she went.
Thornton?
Talia.
Eilif just covers his ears like, please don't tell me, please don't tell me, please don't tell me.
Oh yeah, guys, did we actually ever tell you about that? I don't know if we
You
actually filled you in.
You broke into Holly's house?
Yeah, I think we
You didn't
think.
Oh, did you?
No, it was like right after she went missing, and like either people were leaving Phandalin to hide while we go kill the dragon, or like just came back. But yeah, she just went like completely missing. We think, Marcus and I think that she was a part of. Oh, what were the bad assholes? I don't. They.
Oh, the Zentarum?
Yeah, those guys. And like there was like black, spindly, dark hand marks on like the windowsills of her room, and they were like cold. It wasn't burn marks, they were cold.
That's creepy shit, and I'm good. Also, please, if you commit crime when we're in Astrazealing, do not tell me.
We're
We'll
not
have
going to
to
commit
arrest
any
you.
crime in Astra Valley.
Can I just say that I am under the impression that laws are threats made by the dominant socioeconomic ethnic group in a given nation? It's just a promise of violence that's enacted, and police are basically an occupying army.
Blossom, I think you and my
So-
best friend will get along well.
So the thing is, you're not wrong, because the guards in Astrazealing are in fact a standing army, and they kind of like aren't great, but they're not. The oppressive nature comes from more the societal standards based on who our enemy is than
What do you
like.
What do you mean by not great?
If they're not great, we should unseat them.
No. They're not great in the way of like any organized group is like not great. Like any type of organization's gonna have issues, but it's not. It does more good than harm.
Do you think we have issues, Eilif,
Yes.
as an organized group?
Yes.
We don't have that many issues.
Awesome.
The
Is that
truth
even a
comes
question?
out.
I'm having a come to Jesus moment here.
Jesus.
It has been
Jesus.
very distressing. He's like a minor prime material demigod.
He doesn't.
It's
have a
really
lot of
just fun to
followers.
say
He
his
only got
name.
12 followers right now.
Yeah.
Last
Oh,
I heard, he
you
could turn
two
water
in
into
this-
wine.
That sounds
like-
like a load of malarkey.
He like no, I heard something about this too. He fed like 500 people with like one loaf of bread and a fish.
I had it was 5,000 with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish.
I don't know.
Lilith just starts riding ahead faster and just puts the equivalent of like earbuds in, but like the mental earbuds.
He must be some sort of cleric, because he can also raise people from the dead.
That doesn't sound like being cleric. That sounds like necromancy. He's a necromancer now.
I mean, I heard he also raised himself from the dead, so
A
I don't know.
Sorry, what?
If he's a lich, we might have to go track this man down.
What the hell's a lich?
Is
Uh,
Jesus a lich? Hot take, guys. Jesus is a lich. Hot take.
Oh, the blasphemy.
Oh man, the Christians are gonna be real upsetting in the comments section. God, I love these sorts of bits. But yeah, so I broke into Halia's house, and like that fucking skeleton key I got, it worked to open her safe, and that's how we found like all this information and stuff. It was great.
Motherfucker 5% gang.
What? What did you say?
Motherfucker 5% gang.
The skeleton key that I had a 5% chance of opening any lock you put it into, after which, if it was successful, it would disappear. I rolled... What did I roll? I think I rolled, like, a 5%.
Yeah, you like, on a D100 you rolled a 5.
Yeah. So I had Jen come upstairs, and she's like, you motherfucker, and I'm like, I swear to fuck! I swear to fuck!
So I've been calling
And
Bones and Justin the 5% gang because both times they needed to roll a 5% on something, they rolled a 5.
they were very lucky.
You're very lucky.
And it's just them, because I know I wouldn't be able to do that shit.
Oh, no, you don't have, like, a divine intervention thing. That's a cleric thing.
Yeah. Or a
Rip.
warlock thing, apparently.
That was
Yes,
just because Justin kept asking for shit from the patrons. So I'm like, cool, I'm gonna make it a thing, and it's going to have consequences, flat out.
And it indeed has had consequences.
He regressed 3 years.
Yep.
That was so funny.
What's great is that at least 3 of you have roll on a wild magic table of some description.
Hey, let's get that bumped up to 5. I'll multi-class.
I have potential magic items I can throw in.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I mean, it's the Feywild, so what do we expect? No, I've been hearing about this bullshit. Of all the things Jen could add to our campaign. What to pick, what to choose.
But you all are having this conversation as you travel. And for the sake of brevity, because I don't feel like stretching out the end of session, if there's anything else you guys want to continue to talk about, you can. Otherwise, you have your conversations as you travel for the day. On day 3, you find your place for rest. The night seems to pass uneventfully. But of course, like, don't let me stop you if you guys have something you want to talk about.
No, I'm good.
Nothing here.
Alright.
Nothing that I can think of.
I'll give Gene a moment to come back to his computer.
I went to a seafood festival today with my mom.
Ooh.
Yes, it was so nice. They didn't have any crab, though. Like, no crab legs, which I was upset about.
Feels like it should probably have crab legs at a seafood festival.
Right?
Yeah, that's like, I feel like an important bit, you know?
Like, we were walking around looking at all the vendors and stuff, no crab legs that they were selling fried crab and, like, there was, like, crab on a pretzel and stuff like that. And
But no, just like crab leg.
they had plenty of
Lame.
lobster.
Eh.
Right?
Lobster's kind
They
of overrated, honestly.
It is. There
Also,
was
I got food
salad.
poisoning from one once, so I'm like,
Oh.
a little ambiguous.
They had clams and oysters and calamari and everything else except for crab legs. But we had
Lame.
fun.
On an unrelated note, I apologize if the treant kind of broke the flow.
Oh, it is interesting.
That was interesting.
I had rolled out the encounters that you all are getting this journey before session, and that was one of the ones that I thought, you know what, that's a really nice one. But then you guys were role playing in the moment, and I was like, I feel bad for interrupting this with Grandpa Tree.
No, it's fine. I think it's funny.
Yeah, no, it's very exciting.
You guys are in the Feywild. Trees sometimes talk.
It's also
Honestly, I thought it was hysterical to be like, y'all fucking see this too, right?
also it gave Sedge the perfect opportunity to stop talking about his trauma.
Demon says he's gonna do this as well. You guys. Sounds like everyone's about that. But
Yeah.
especially since I know Ike will be fading fast.
Yes.
So you all have your fun chats. End of the day, you sit down to rest. You all can take your watches for the sake of brevity. Your watches pass uneventfully, and you all can awaken the next morning on day 4.
All of this talk and has just been posing on.
Marcus has been.
We looked back. Marcus wasn't there. We said,
Marcus.
Uh-oh.
Jean offered the suggestion of you guys look back and Marcus isn't there.
Oh.
What?
Which is a potential idea I will discuss with Justin. For now, though, we'll say that he's just been heavily disassociating.
Heard Neverwinter from and went.
Yeah, he heard Neverwinter and just left.
Yeah.
Has left the game. But that is where we'll end it.
At the start of day 4.
I knew that this week of travel would be a roleplay session.
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
Like, beyond a shadow of a doubt, I knew that it would just be 3 hours of roleplay.
I did not expect to dump Sedge's little tidbit, by the way. Thank you, Jean, for putting me in that corner.
Yes, me.
Everyone's trauma dumping today.
We love to see it.
Love to see it.
We do. Alright, I'm gonna head off because it's bedtime.
Good night.
Yeah.
Night night.